Good?
We're good.
Awesome. Awesome. And let's see. We've got students in the.
What?
I am both. I am the drums or the tambourine. I am one with everything.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Welcome. We begin our service with the singing of Hine Matov, and it can be found in your Siddur, in your prayer book, on page 128. much. That sounded so beautiful. You can, go back to your seats for now, but we'll be calling you back up in a moment. We're so glad that I didn't hear, but I trust you. So glad that Makela, which our junior choir, is here. So glad that 4th grade is here and 5th grade is here. 5th grade, a little bit later, is going to be doing a little skit for us. And 4th grade is going to be leading us in some of the readings and prayers from our prayer book tonight. So we got a lot of fun planned, a lot of good Shabbat stuff planned. And one other thing which is really exciting about this Shabbat is that, you see, tomorrow, young man is going to become a bar mitzvah here. Now, you might be thinking, bar mitzvah? What's that? Well, when you are 13 or around 13, you get called to the Torah for the first time, and you read or chant from the Torah. That's how you become bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah. And so the young man who is going to be becoming bar mitzvah tomorrow, his name is Luke, and he is here with his family, and we invite Luke and Joe, I suppose, and Brandy for sure, definitely come on up so you can lead us in the blessings of lighting the candles and the Kiddush. You can find it on the first blessing is on page 120 in your prayer book, and the second one, 123. But I'll remind you of that second page in a moment. First, 120. Actually, the reading is on page 121. Read nicely.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold them. As their brightness reminds us of all generations of Israel who unlimited light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Nice. So let's now do the light that here. Remember, we worked on it. It's okay. Cool.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק של שבת.
So we're now on page 123 as we continue with Kiddush Shabbat, the Kiddush for the Sabbath day. Let's do the first one. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratza banu, v'shabat kodsho, ve'ahavav ratzon b'tfilanu, zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit, kibur yom tehillah, lemikra'e kodesh, zeher l'tziyat b'Yitzrayim, kivanu b'charta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabat kodshecha, v'ya'al Mikadesh HaShabbat.
All right, we continue with a couple of readings, and so I would like to invite students from the 4th grade to join me here on the bima, right up here. All right, so you guys get to all, so we're going to split you. So you 4, you 3 stay back there. You 4 come forward here. We're on page 124 at the bottom. So wait, come right here. You guys are all reading together. Yep, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
May the door of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express,
Hopes to nurture.
May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out offense and pride,
Envy, and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. Nice to, now you guys step back. 3 of you come on up here. And you guys get to do, here, 3 of you guys come in. You're going to read from here to there, okay? So, yes, yep. There are days
When we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. If there are days when we exploit nature
as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be. 127, sorry. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. So, we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace. Back to your seats. Good job. You're coming up for more. All right, so Shiru Ladonai, Shir Hadash, page 131. you're welcome to sit down in the front row over there. I don't think you guys are going to go. Yes, you sit down in the front row. We continue with the singing of Lecha Dodi, page 138. And our tradition is when we reach the last verse, we're going to do verse 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach the 9th verse, I'm going to invite everyone to stand up for the last verse. And we're going to turn around and we're going to face the entrance. Not yet, later. Face the entrance to the sanctuary because we pretend as if we're greeting the Sabbath bride. Page 138.
Yadadai, 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 Adonai echad, Shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet b'lim Gilad L'chadoni, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Likrat Ela, L'chadoni, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Likrat Ela, Likrat Shabbat, L'kuven elcha, Kikim b'kor ha'veracha, Leros li'kedem Yisuha, Sof ha'aseh b'machshavat tefila, L'chadoni, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Likrat Ela, L'chadoni, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Likrat Ela, Hitoreri, Hitoreri, Hivaoret, Kumiorim, Urim, Urim, Shir Kaveri, Kevod Adonai, Alai Tefila, L'chadoni, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Likrat Ela, L'chadoni, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Likrat Ela.
Please rise, we face the entrance.
Boi v'shalom, ateret ala, gam b'simcha u'mitzola, tov emunei am segula. Boi tala, boi tala. L'chadoni, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Likrat Ela, L'chadoni, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat, Likrat Ela, Yadadai, 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 Yadadai,
Baruch Hu, page 146. Remain standing, please.
Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Participation in a song in the years that I have been at Temple Beth Shalom. That was amazing. We continue with Makela. So if you would join us here, Makela, and also students in the 4th grade. So 4th graders up here, Makela also up here. We're going to start with students in the 4th grade. And then, so all of you. All right, so all of you. So we're going to read, here, let's get another book. And you guys can do this to not have everyone around one book. And so we're going to read on the top of page 149. Yes, praise to you, so more people can stand over here. In 4th grade, only 4th grade. You guys in 4th grade?
No, we're in 6th grade.
Aha. All right, you ready? We're going to do the top of page 149. 1, 2, 3. Praise to you, our God, from whom the evening flows.
Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glides. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night.
As heaven stands to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv ha'rabi. All right, so if you're a Makela, you can shuffle over to Makela. You guys stay up here. You can go sit back there. Because we continue with a creative interpretation of this prayer of Ma'ariv Aravim. It's called Roll into Dark.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
continue with the singing of the Shema. Makela, to stay right where you are, because the Shema is on page 152. We invite you to please rise. You guys stand. Stand.
Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema
Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shem Tevo Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shem Tevo Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We're on page 154 as we continue with the Via Hafta. This is you guys, ready? 6th grade too? 5th grade too, I mean, excuse me? All right, sure. 5th graders, come on up too.
Break like bunny.
Wait, you guys do it from over there? Fine. Fine. All right, we're ready to start. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Via Hafta, Adonai Echad, B'chol levacha v'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol mechotecha, v'hayu hadarim ha'eleh, asher anochi mitzvarecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinanta levanecha, v'dibarta ba'am, v'shivtecha b'beitecha, u'vleftecha b'derech, u'shokbecha u'kumecha, u'kshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני Adonai Elohim. You may all go back to your seats. All right, page 159. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravaged by war, now quiet and content. For soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. That song, Micha Mocha, page 158.
Sarah Uvanecha, Lokeayam Livnei Moshe Miriam, Zelianu Ve'ameru, Zelianu Ve'ameru, Adonai Ilo Le'olam Va'ed, Adonai Ilo Le'olam.
We're on page 164. This is the tefillah, beginning with Adonai Sifatai Tiftach. That's 164. Then it goes on to 166, 168, and 170. Would everyone please rise?
Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor B'Norah, El Elom, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, Maybe you live Abraham, Leman Shemo Le'ahava, Melech Hoser Moshiach Magid, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magid Abraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah.
168.
Atani Bor Leolam Adonai, Nechaye HaKol Atarav Le'Hoshia, Ashiva Ruach Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Nofim Berofeh Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Ishenei Afar, Michamocha Hagevurot, Umidom Elha, Melech Memid Umechayem, Umatzliach Yeshua, Ne'eman Atal HaChayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol.
170.
Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kdoshim B'chol Yom Ya'avelu Chasela, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. We are on page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. We have a prayer that we sing in the evenings, and it's for peace. And we always need peace in this world. There's been lots of things that have happened over the last few days, which I would say are the opposite of peace. And we certainly always need peace. And so this is page 178, Shalom Rav. And I would like to once again invite Makela to join us here. Makela, come on up for Shalom Rav. Adonai, hamivarechet amo Yisrael, Shalom. You can sit right back there. We take a moment for silence, and just for us to be a part of the silence, just for a moment. the really special things about our family service is that when we get to learn a little bit about the Torah portion, because it's depicted by people in our school. So in this particular case, the fifth grade is going to put on a skit for us to talk about what the experience of leaving Egypt was like. And so I think now's a good time for the fifth grade students to come on up who are participating. When you're talking, you got to come closer because those microphones easier to pick you up. So just come stand right here. Yeah. All right. I think you can start, assuming everyone's got their places.
Jonathan, we're leaving soon. Get dressed. I am dressed, aren't I? I mean, get dressed up and you're... We're going to your cousin Michael's video. How about it? I'm not going, Michael cried. So much the last time I felt so bad for him. Oh no, Jonathan, that was Michael's Brit Milah. Diana Ben is different and completely painless. What is a Pidyon Havion? When the first child in the family, he has a Pidyon Havion on the 30th, the day after his birth. On that day, his parents give the rabbi a small amount of money in order to buy the child back from God. Why? Does God own babies? Not exactly. No, get dressed. I don't want to be late. I wonder why moms and dads have to buy their babies back from God, and why only boys, and why only the first boy?
Those are very good questions, Jonathan.
Thanks. Now, I have two more questions. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
We are the Pidyon Haben players. We go around the world helping children understand what a Pidyon Haben is all about.
What awesome timing. I'm thinking to the Pidyon Haben today for my cousin Michael, but I don't really understand what a Pidyon Haben is.
No problem. Sit back, relax, and we'll bring history to life.
That sounds like it's going to take a long time, and my dad says we have to leave soon.
Don't worry, we'll be fast. It all starts with Bo.
Bo who? Bo's the name of a in the book of Have you ever heard of Exodus? Sure, that's the book of which we learn stories of Passover, when the Israelites were slaves in Egypt to Pharaoh.
Very good, Jonathan. And in Bo, God explains all the laws of Passover to Moses.
Wow, but what does that have to do with the Pidyon Haben?
Watch and you'll see. Now when Bo begins, God has already brought 7 plagues upon Egypt. Blood, gnats, beetles, cattle disease, boils, and hail.
You forgot frogs. Frogs here, frogs there.
Frogs are jumping everywhere.
Jonathan, what's all that noise? Nothing, Dad. We better get a move on.
Even after all those plagues, Pharaoh still would not let the Israelites leave Egypt.
So Moses, that's me, went to see the Pharaoh. That would be me. Pharaoh, I have been sent here by God to tell you to let my people go.
Come on, Moses. Can you at least be original? You use that line every time. Let my people go. Let my people go.
It's a good line, short and to the point. Incidentally, lest you forgot, I'm Aaron, the brother of Moses.
Moses, why do you always bring your brother Aaron?
He needs me to talk for him. He's slow of speech and slow of tongue.
Could have fooled me, and my answer is no, no, no.
I will not let them go.
Jonathan?
Well, Pharaoh, if you won't let my people go, God will spread millions and millions of locusts upon the land. They will eat all the crops. Your people will be hungry and poor.
Why should I believe that?
Your Highness? Your Majesty.
Yes, trusted advisors?
May I be so bold as to remind you that so far every single thing this Moses guy has said has come true? Our country cannot take another plague. I can't take another plague. The hail destroyed my roof. My cows are so sick they won't even moo anymore. And my wife has a boil on her nose the size of a pyramid. The suffering must stop. Let his people go.
Okay, Moses, you can go.
Pharaoh, you're a prince.
Actually, I'm a king, but your wives and children must stay.
No, we must all go.
Sorry, that's my final offer.
That's no clue.
Advisors, look at that large cloud coming this way. There was no rain in the weather forecast for today.
That's no cloud, oh great one. That's a swarm of locusts.
Okay, I get the message. Your people can go after you're rid of those locusts.
You're gonna need an awfully large can of bug spray.
Moses does not need bug spray. God is on our side. Moses, the locusts have left Egypt. Now it's our turn.
Not so fast. I've changed my mind. Oh my, who turned out the lights?
It's so dark in here. I want my mommy.
This is the ninth plague, darkness all across the land of Egypt, and only you can bring the light back by letting
your people go. I know. Okay, you can go. You, your wives and children. Now you can turn the sun back on. That's better. What good's a fancy place if you can't see it?
Come on, Aaron, round up the cattle.
Hold on. Who said anything about the cattle?
We need our cattle to make sacrifices to God.
You are so greedy. Forget it. You can't go.
That's not fair.
When you are Pharaoh, you don't have to be fair.
You'll be sorry.
And so God brought one last plague to Egypt. Do you know what that was, Jonathan?
The slaying of the firstborn.
Yes, it was a terrible plague. The firstborn of every Egyptian died that night. But the children of Israel were spared because they followed the instructions God gave to Moses.
You must place the blood of a lamb on your doorstep. Then the angel of death will know to pass over your houses tonight, and will spare the lives of your sons.
And that's why they call it Passover, right? Because the angel of death passed over our houses and saved our lives.
That's right. And then God gives Moses all the laws about how to celebrate Passover.
Like about eating matzah so that we remember how Israelites left Egypt so quickly there was no time for bread to rise.
Very good, Jonathan.
But what about Pidyon Habet? You said that was explained in Boo too.
It is. At the end of the Parsha, God tells Moses that every firstborn boy in a family belongs to God, and that family must buy the child back from God.
How much do they pay?
1 lamb.
I wonder where my aunt and uncle are going to get a lamb.
5 coins will also do. The important thing is that every generation should remember what God did to rescue the children of Israel from slavery.
Now, do you understand what a Pidyon Haben is?
Yes, and I can't wait to explain it to my dad. Oh, Dad.
Jonathan, are you ready to go?
Yes, Dad, but first I want you to meet my new friends.
What friends, Jonathan?
Never mind, Dad. Did you have a pity on hobby on for me?
Of course, you were our firstborn. You are very precious to us.
How did you pay for me, with a lamb or 5 shekels?
5 shekels, of course, but where did you get the idea that it could have been a lamb?
Don't worry, I'll explain it to you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. That was fantastic. Fabulous. So, as I was just listening to that great, thank you, that great skit and play about the plagues and about the experience in the story of the Exodus, you were probably thinking just like me, wow, isn't that, and they said it in the skit too, about how this is the story of Passover. Why are we reading and talking about this story now? All right, that was rhetorical. Right, so it's not because yes, it's because we can, and yes, it's because it's in a couple months, so correct. But also because this is where it appears in the Torah reading cycle. So the story of the Exodus from Egypt happens, or the slavery and then leaving Egypt all happens in this Torah portion. And we read these Torah portions in order, and this Torah portion, Bo, always comes around this time of the year. Always. And Passover comes in April. This is not the only example of having two things kind of happening at different times and not knowing which one is the normal time and which one's not the normal time. Do you know also that in April, sometime, usually, it's always after Passover. It's a few weeks after Passover. There is a day of commemoration called Yom HaShoah. If you've ever heard of that day, just nod your head. Yeah. You see, Yom HaShoah is Holocaust Memorial Day. And we observe that a few weeks after Passover in late April, sometimes early May. But there's also, in the same way that the Torah's got a time to talk about the Exodus and Passover's a time to talk about the Exodus. Well, when it comes to the Holocaust, Yom HaShoah, we also have 2 dates. One is Yom HaShoah, like I mentioned, and the other one is today. Today is International Holocaust Memorial Day. This was the day that was determined to be ultimately not just for Jews, but for all people, to recognize and observe a day in which one of the most awful calamities happened, not just to Jews, for sure to Jews, but to everybody in the world. 6 million of our people, not to mention millions of others, were murdered in Nazi Germany or its locations nearby. And why today? Do we observe it today? Because today is the day that we liberated the most ruthless, awful of all the concentration camps called Auschwitz. And today's day was liberated. And so this is why we picked this day to be, or why the world picked this day to be International Holocaust Memorial Day. And let me tell you something. I know that many of you are young and you do not know much about the Holocaust. And it's okay. But I do want you to know this. At some point soon, you will learn about it. And when you do, I hope you know that this is of real importance to me, perhaps to your parents, perhaps to your grandparents, definitely to our community. Knowing about this story and what happened is really one of the most important responsibilities that we have as Jews. We do not want it to happen that in some time from now, people will just be reading about this in a history textbook. It's more important than this. It is our story, and we have to keep it alive and very fresh on our minds. And so today is a really important day just to remind us about what it is that we lost, and also about how we are still here. Because the goal was to make sure we weren't here, but we are here. So what I'd like to do is at this point, kind of in the spirit of appreciating that we are here, I'd like to ask all children to go find your parents or grandparents so we can bestow a blessing. So parents, take your hands and place them on the cheeks or heads or shoulders at a minimum of your child or grandchild. And we are going to do the blessing of peace, the priestly benediction, to mark this moment. Those meaningful words mean, may God bless you and may God keep you.
Yaher Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
Those mean, may the light of God's face shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May a sense of God's presence always surround you and bless you with peace. Amen. All right. Yeah, kisses is a good opportunity. Now you can go and sit wherever you want to. However, if you are celebrating a birthday in this month of January, we would love to say hello and give you a gift. And that gift, Temple Beth Shalom scratch off. Now let me tell you about this scratch off. There are many times in which you scratch off and you might get. You always get a prize. Every card's a winner. Some are better winners than others. There are gift cards. There are cups, pencils. There's one in this whole stack right here that is $500 cash. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah. That's a total lot. No. Yes. No, we don't give you any of these cards because practically keep it bad luck. We are so happy for our birthday children, and we recognize that growing, having another birthday. Yesterday, 11. And yours was on 13? How old are you? 11. that getting older also doesn't just mean great, new things that you can do, but it also means new responsibilities. That it doesn't just come with presence, it comes with your presence, what you have to contribute. The older you get, the more you can give. And so, as you're scratching off, hopefully getting the $500. I know they're flying off the shelves, all these great cards. So you get the gift. I hope you get the good ones. There's a thinner one. And you can get, that's right. Paul, by the way, for those of you, wait, you guys stay. That's good. You should know that after you scratch it off, you can go to Jill Sutton and she will give you whatever it is that you want. And we are going to continue with Aleinu, which can be found on page 586. And we'd like to invite everyone to please rise, and you guys can help me with the card. 586. Did I miss something? You were going to, oh, shit. Sorry. All right, page 586.
Aleinu leshabeach maton hakom, v'ateinu ha'yotzer reshit, shelo asanu pinyoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samaru k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam elkeinu kahem, v'kor hameinu v'kol hamonam, אנחנו עולים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Let's remain standing. This is the point in our service when we remember loved ones who are no longer with us. I do want to say that while I know that a lot of people are here because they're in the 4th grade or 5th grade or Makeilah, or maybe a bar mitzvah tomorrow, but some people are here this evening because they are truly missing someone who's no longer with us. In some cases, and I know there are people here right now, in some cases they've lost someone recently. It's the last 30 days, and it's a period of shloshim, 30 days of mourning. And those people in this room, we are mourning. One person who passed away is Albert Lapash, stepfather of Susan Turnock and Natalie Rosenblum, the mother of Howard Rosenblum, and Jean Schwartz, the second mother of Dana Schalheim. And also we remember the very, very recent passing of Edwin Landis, the father of Brian Landis. And now others here in the sanctuary right now are here because they have loved ones who died not recently, but maybe over the last few years. And it's on this weekend that they passed away, and so they want to come back and remember them. And so we're thinking right now about Carol Guy, Stanley Berman, Julius Abeles, Gary Dwoskin, Pete Hoffman, Buddy Holstein, Bess Keats, Edward Herman Rose, Robert Barenboim, Ruth Lakin, Anita Levin, Eugene Levy, Deborah Meisenberg, Barbara Fox, Phyllis Sarubin, Stephen Werner, Laszlo Farkas, Dorothy Feinstein, Francis Kreger, Stephen Sipes, Helen Zachs, Sam Blackman, Shirley Friend, and Selig Heats. And so, in gratitude for their lives and linking their names with all of our loved ones who have passed away, we remember them with a prayer that we call the Kaddish. It's on page 598. Please join me if you know it. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'yalmad divrah chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechal beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevorach v'yalam ulamei al-maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha rechu Lamin kol birchata v'shirata, v'ushbachata, v'nechemata, v'amiram b'yama v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim alinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru, amen. V'usei shalom b'imrumav, hu ya'asei shalom, alinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Please be seated. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort every bereaved heart. Amen. All right, we are really almost done. Let me just say a few words of thank you first to students in the 4th, 5th grade for helping us lead the service and the great skit that you did. Also, thank you to Michael Rubenstein, along with Elliot Wachschul for serving as ushers this evening, and the Pelicati family and the Roth family for sponsoring the Oneg Shabbat, which is right outside in the lobby immediately after the service, which is in just a few minutes. Yeah, really awesome to have everyone here. Let me just tell you about Luke's bar mitzvah, which is going to be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here at the temple. Really enthusiastic about that. Various different classes that are being taught. My 2 classes, Monday morning and Tuesday evening classes, are happening. Look at the weekly email for more information. Next week, I will not be here, nor will Kenneth Snide be here. However, let me tell you who will be here is Jonathan Biran leading the service along with the Shabbat Zimra, the musical instruments will be participating along with him. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm envious that I won't be here to watch it, much less participate. So that's next Friday night. And then 2 challah bakings. We have one for just adults, February 2nd, and one for families with kids, February 23rd. All of this you can find in the weekly email. Okay? I've said enough of the announcements. We've sung a lot, but we've just got a couple more things to do. And so I want Makela up here one last time, to sing Ma Yafeh Hayom. And as they're walking up, I'd also like to call upon Luke and his family to join us here to lead us in Motzi. Join us. Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much to Cantor Snyder, along with Jesse and Audrey, for serving as assistants to leading the Makelar Junior Choir. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please join us in the lobby for an Oneg Shabbat.